If you're a baker and you work with fondant cakes, watch this video till the end. Let me show you how I made that cake. Now I started with trimming, leveling and layering my cake. As usual, I said it's a fondant cake and I'm going to be working with different flavors of cake: vanilla, chocolate, red velvet, and I'm using Swiss meringue buttercream, and I have a series of fillings to use. This is chocolate mousse, by the way. So that's the first layer and the first filling. I paired that with the chocolate cake and then more Swiss meringue buttercream as my border. So I'm using the buttercream as a border because I don't want my filling to pop out, you know. So it's going to stay, the filling is going to stay right in between the cake. This is white chocolate ganache, and then the next layer is red velvet. Another vanilla is coming up, more border. You need to use this border because we're working with fillings. So I added caramel sauce into the next layer. So you can see that this border is quite high because you know that caramel is a bit soft and always runny. Although this salted caramel salted caramel is not so runny, this recipe works very well. That's the next layer with chocolate ganache, milk chocolate ganache, another border as you can see, and then spreading it out evenly, and then the last layer, which is the red velvet cake. Moving on to the second tier, which is a 6 inches cake. I'm sticking it to the board with glucose, and then I'm repeating the same process. A little buttercream to spread, buttercream as the border, and then the filling is chocolate mousse, dark chocolate mousse, and then I'll put the next layer, which is a chocolate cake and more extra filling. For this layer, I just decided to go with Swiss meringue buttercream all through. I placed the last layer on it and then I crumb coated. If you are just joining this channel, my name is Titilayo, and on this channel I share baking recipes, drinks, business ideas that you can start from the comfort of your home, and so much more. I share behind the scenes just like this one. So I've proceeded to crumb coat the cake with white chocolate ganache. So this is serving as a seal off for all of my fillings and every other thing, you know. So I'm just making sure that it is straight, because at the end of the day I want my fondant cake to look straight and standing tall. I don't want it to be to have a dent. So that's what I'm just doing here. I'm trimming, adding more butter and more ganache where necessary, and trimming off. So because the cake is cold, I'm able to work well with the ganache, and now it's ready. So I'm going to move on to using fondant to decorate the cake now. Hello there, if you're just joining, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you see my new videos when I share them. You can also subscribe to my membership channel. People on my membership are really enjoying, and I don't want you to miss that, so you can join us over there. Now I've added the fondant to the small tier. That's the 6 inches cake is 5 inches high. I'm trimming out the excess and I'm going to glue it together. So I just use my cake smoother to smoothen everything. Eventually I use my hand to push the two edges together. So I use water to add it together, to water as a glue to join it together. So you can see that's what I'm doing right there. I basically use water, but you can decide to use water and CMC. That's an edible glue. But with this, my recipe, fondant recipe, water works very well. By the way, the recipe card for this fondant is available. I'm going to be linking the recipe card in the description box. It comes at a token, so you can just download it and work on it. Those are the few ways that you can support me on this channel. Thank you. So moving on to the next tier of cake, which is the 8 inches. This cake is 8 inches and it had these edible glitters on it. So because it had glitters, I have to be careful. I just want the work to be neat. That's why I added the glitters even before I rolled the fondant on the cake. So the glitters are already there. I already sprayed it with edible luster dust and spirits. So I'm just using, you can see that I'm not really so hard on the fondant because it has accessories on it already. I'm just pushing it to make sure it glues to the cake. and that's it. So as always, this fondant recipe is a no-fail fondant recipe. You can see that it's been sitting there on the table and is a bit hard and firm, and it still works really very well. So once again, I'll be linking the recipe card in the description box. It comes at a token, and like I said earlier, that's one of the ways that you can support me on this channel. You know how we do it, Most Cakery Farm. Now I'm done with that. I'm going to add the two tiers together using the central dowel that you can see. So that dowel runs from the bottom to the top. So it's going to hold it. If the cake is bigger than this one, I would use a stronger dowel, but because it's a small cake, it's an 8 inches and a 6 inches cake. The 6 inches is just 5 inches high. So this dowel that is here is going to be enough for the first layer of the cake and just a little bit of the second layer. So that works. Now let's put it on top. I already have the second one on it, and that's it. Voila, beautiful. Look at the cake, is already looking so beautiful. That's the work of working with a very good ganache recipe, following due process, and you're going to have a fine finish. Now let's arrange those beautiful sugar flowers. So these ones, I've already made them. These are here, they are dry, and it's just for me to fix it. By the way, on the day we were decorating this cake, it's the same day we are delivering it. So that's what we do with most of our fondant cakes. We just prep them, and on the morning we quickly come to the studio and finish up, and then we'll box it up and send it out to our customers. I'm so happy because I love the outcome of this cake. Once again, if you are new on this channel, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notification so that you'll be a part of the Most Cakery family. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you do, subscribe to the channel once again. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye everyone. Look at how beautiful I look.